construction of its new facility this summer. That's according to Stephen Memorial Animal Shelter Executive Director Lindsay Syme. But before that happens, the shelter needs to secure contributions from the county and the public. CRI's Eduardo Zamaripa has more.
The Stephen Memorial Animal Shelter has been itching to begin construction of a new shelter for 2 years now.
We've always been in a position where we've needed a new facility. It's very outdated, falling apart. To be honest, I'm surprised that the current facility lasted this past winter. Not only are we not very easy to find or visible, there's safety concerns with just the condition that the building is in.
When the project seemed ready to go 2 years ago, the city council asked the shelter to bring down costs. And after the city agreed to fund $150,000 of the new shelter over the next 5 years, then that left the shelter waiting for a decision from the Mahaska County Board of Supervisors since April 2015. The shelter is asking for $150,000 from the county.
Considering how much of their energy and time and money is put into the rest of the doings around the county, there's other things that definitely take priority, but it is definitely an important project, not only from the perspective of animal control, so picking up stray animals, handling nuisance calls, investigating animal neglect. Just from a community perspective, it's really important.
The supervisors did not discuss its contribution to the animal shelter during this year's budget talks, but the supervisors did discuss the issue this week. Supervisor Willie Van Wielden suggested contributing $10,000 or $20,000 each year over the next 5 years, but supervisors Mike Vandermolen and Mark Dolan suggested contributing an amount that's fair based on usage. According to the supervisors, only 10% of the shelter's operations occur in unincorporated Mahaska County. So Dolan and Vandermolen suggested contributing 10% of what the city is contributing. That's $15,000 total.
I don't know why we need to keep distributing these costs to rural taxpayers who don't use it. I assume this is going to come out of the rural fund. If the rural community doesn't use it, why should they have to pay for it?
The supervisors did not vote on the issue and have not discussed when they will vote on its contribution. Syme says the shelter will continue to work with the supervisors. She says the new shelter needs a contribution that's close to $150,000 to make the project a reality. The project is expected to cost roughly $1.4 million and would be located near H&S Feed and Bob Sillis. Syme says the shelter has already raised $700,000 and wants to soon begin a capital fundraising campaign aimed at raising $500,000.
There's just so much potential for the community to benefit from a new shelter, not just the staff and the people that are there on a daily basis. It's definitely oriented towards the whole community.
For CRI Weekly News, I'm Eduardo Zamaripa.
If the shelter secures contributions from the city, the county, and the capital fundraising campaign, the goal is to start construction in July. But that is still up in the air as the supervisors have not settled on a figure. Syme says she hopes to meet with the supervisors and put that decision to a vote soon.
That specialises in second chances, so we're hoping it doesn't come to that, but there is a real grave concern.
I want to see the details, and clearly if there is an opportunity to help, well, we're very keen to do so.
We're the only pound that does what we do and doesn't place time limits on these animals.
Yep. And go. She just brightens our day every day. Like she just wants to give love all the time and receive it too. So that's just, and that's what it is. It's love. It's just love.
It may not look like much from the outside just yet, but I'm told it's a big upgrade from the current facility.
And the old building, cracks in the floor, down the wall.
Animal Control is building a new facility right next door. The animal shelter will hold about 26 dogs, so some of their furry friends don't have to sleep outside anymore.
It would provide really a safe haven for the animals that are running loose. We've been at capacity a few times where the animals had to be put in cages on the outside.
Animal Control tells me the new facility will have 12 cages and 3 additional cages for sick or unruly dogs, helping extend the capacity. Since the current shelter only has 10 cages, 4 of those being outside. Mayor James Young says the project has been discussed for about 4 years and construction finally began in June.
Glad to see it taking place after years and years of desiring it to be, to actually be a part of seeing it come to pass.
The project is costing around $55,000, but Mayor Young says Animal Control, Philadelphia Street Department, and Philadelphia Utilities are all pitching in to get the new shelter up and running.
It's been really a family affair in trying to keep the cost down. I think had we not did it that way, we would probably spend another $25,000 to $30,000 more.
There is no set completion date, but the city's hoping the shelter is operational before the new year. I'm Lindsay Jennings, Kicks 96 News.
Well, Delaware Humane Association has been in a process for a long time, several years now, to replace our existing shelter and adoption center. It's been here for many years, since the 70s, so we needed to upgrade and have a better place for the animals and the people to be, our volunteers and our staff and our visitors. So we broke ground in December, and now we're well underway with construction, new home for us, and it's really moving along well. It's better in terms of the way it flows and our heating, ventilation, and air conditioning system, so much better for the health of the animals. And it's bigger. Our current building is 7,000 square feet, and our little office house is 1,000 square feet. So we have 8,000 square feet now. Our new building is a little over 13,000 square feet. So not quite double, but definitely larger, and will enable us to do more than we do now. A lot of people think that we are closed during construction, or they think we moved away, because at one point we were going to move to Glasgow in our plans, and we decided to stay here in Wilmington. So if you're looking to adopt a pet, or if you need low-cost spay-neuter surgery for your pet, we are definitely here, and we don't plan.
There are plans in the works for something very exciting for our pets here in Broward County, which will be a new shelter, which we are planning on building. The new shelter will be 40,000 square feet of the best in modern sheltering and facilities. It will include state-of-the-art ventilation systems and cleaning systems and lots of pet interaction rooms, a lot of things we don't currently have. Adopting animals, you know, intaking animals, that's pretty much the basics here. We're not really able to do much for the community as far as educational services and clinical services, because we just don't have the capability to do that. The shelter that we currently has actually dates back to World War II. It was used during the war, and it's open air, and the summer gets very hot in here, and it's been a challenge just building onto it and making it comfortable for both staff and animals. So it'll be more of a community shelter as opposed to just animal housing, because we'll be able to have conference rooms and classrooms and things that will afford us a lot more opportunity to service the community. The new shelter will be totally air conditioned. Right now, part of the shelter where we house dogs, particularly the dogs, it's open air, which is nice in the winter, but you know, pretty challenging in the summertime. We're not over capacity here. In fact, the new shelter will house 400 dogs and cats, which is about what we can house here. It's not about making it bigger so we can house more animals. It's about making it more comfortable, taking advantage of the best in sheltering, the best in state-of-the-art sheltering that is available now that we currently can't take advantage of in this old facility.